got 2/3 of the way, or however that math adds up, and then we all wrecked. So
2/3.
Yeah. 3 years in a row, the leader of a race, of a NASCAR Cup Series race, the highest level of stock car racing, highest level of racing in this country, 3 years in a row, the leader has wrecked out of the lead because it is raining on the racetrack. 3 years in a row, a race has happened where that's happened.
Remind me what the one in 2019.
Texas in 2020, and learn how to do math, Seth.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what year it
is. Texas in 2020 with Kevin Harvick. 2021, New Hampshire, Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex wreck. And then Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez, and company all wrecked in turn
and
one.
The field.
Yeah. So, yeah, we go into turn one. What is it, 20-something laps to go?
Yeah, something like that.
And the entire field wrecks. Never seen anything like that in my life. Ever since this race on my hat, the Winston, happened in 2001, I ain't seen nothing like this. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know what to say. Like, how can we be this stupid? Like,
they've proven this is now the third time. So
yeah, so a lot of people are excusing NASCAR. Like, how could they have known? Or how do you throw a caution? It is raining as they're coming through 3 and 4. Like, there's multiple fan videos out there of it raining as the field comes out of turn 4. And it takes them all the way down one of the longest straightaways in NASCAR into turn 1 before the entire field wrecks for them to call caution. I mean, Brett Griffin literally said down the front straightaway, "It's fucking raining, don't lift." Like, and that's what sucks about all this is, don't lift, because you got to keep going until the caution comes out, because you can't afford to lift and, someone else wreck and you don't get through and you don't get the lead and you don't win the race. I mean, there's a lot of hard hits in this wreck. Way too many hard hits in this wreck. If you listen to, there's Bubba Wallace's in-car, Denny Hamlin's in-car. Denny Hamlin's wincing in pain. Bubba Wallace is outraged about how hard these hits are right now. And we just threw that all to the wind for what?
Yeah, I mean, Christopher Buescher was screaming on the radio. I have never heard him scream on the radio.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, that was in Radioactive. Him and Justin Haley were both fucking screaming on the radio.
Yeah, I heard Justin Haley say, "It's fucking raining. Fuck you all."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, here, let's break this down. Okay. So what's your solution for not having the entire field wreck in turn 1?
Well, I mean, you have spotters in the turns. NASCAR has spotters in the turns, A. B, they can hear all the radio chatter, and a bunch of guys were talking about it. You make the call when you start hearing people talk about rain at a track you're going 200 miles an hour on. You throw the damn yellow. You hope that you keep the cars back, stay on the track. You hope it goes away enough that you can get going again, but you throw the yellow. It's really not that difficult. Was it raining everywhere? No, we didn't feel it. We didn't feel it yet, but there were certain parts of the front straightaway you could feel it, and the 3 and 4 you could definitely feel it and see it. Well, I actually couldn't see it from our seat, but like onboard shots and stuff, you could see it. You literally just need to pay attention. You have enough people in race control that should never, ever happen.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're totally right. There needs to be, we used to have a lot more personnel on the ground at NASCAR races. We don't have as much anymore. And I think there's many areas that have suffered from this. I think this is definitely one of them. I think you have to even take maybe even step further. Daniel Suarez said, we all knew rain was coming. We all knew it was on or next door is how he put it. I mean, I think we've seen too many examples of this exact thing too recently. I think you gotta kind of make the call. Rain is too close. We gotta throw the yellow.
Yeah.
And I think the devil's advocate for that is, well, say Chase Elliott's in the lead. NASCAR's most popular driver. I'm stealing this comparison from, I think, Motor Mouths. Then there's going to be a whole conspiracy if they throw the yellow and, whatnot. But now you have this unfortunate set of circumstances. Now you can call back to it and be like, look, we fucked up, which they'll never admit. We fucked up here, and that's why we're throwing this caution, because we don't want that to happen again. Because, I mean, it really, it's a damn shame, because it starts raining. We get a 3-hour rain delay. We finish the race. We saw a hell of a race before this happened. Like, guys were going balls to the wall. Well, one, they thought the race was going to end. But two, I mean, you saw, I think, one of the most impressive drives out of so many drivers in this race. Justin Haley was an animal out there. Like, I mean, throwing wild blocks, going left and right, and making it work. Did I pick him to win the race? Absolutely, I did. Just want to get that out there because my man was giving him a run for his money. But it was a hell of a race up to that point, and we could have seen 20 laps of that at the end of the race. But instead, everybody ended up wrecked because we got to wait till the last possible second to, make the call.
Yeah, and that's also, I think, that's also can be track specific, because we had this where it was raining at Martinsville last year. We ran that entire bit that we ran into the lights, and it was raining. So you can get away with it at some tracks. You can't take this chance at Daytona, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that opens up a gray area. I don't like gray areas. I feel like you got to kind of, I understand what you're saying, but you kind of got to make a rule. Like, you got to have a guy, like someone, DVC made this suggestion. We got to have a weatherman at the track. I think that's a great idea. And just have people spread out throughout the entire, like, facility, outside of the facility, just to kind of be like, okay, well, I'm 100 yards away and I'm getting fucking pissed on right now. Like,
no, yeah, 100%.
Because, I mean, one, it maybe didn't, no, it did. It ruined what would have been a hell of a race at the end of that thing. We got a guy who won, who we'll get into that later, who may or may not have deserved it. And we could have hurt a lot of people. These cars are not, like, apparently these cars are not as safe as, everyone wants to think they are. I mean, it's all Kurt. He's out right now because of concussion. And we heard 5 or 6 guys just in agony on the radio. I mean, this can't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's dare I say, it's pathetic, because we knew about this 2 years ago, or at least they did. They knew about this 2 years ago from when they started testing this thing, and like Byron hit the wall and he was like, wow, that fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So we've all known about this, and it's just piling up now. I mean, it's like every week almost that we get a hard wreck and someone's talking about how much it hurt. And I mean, obviously you hit the wall hard enough, it's going to hurt, but it hadn't been like this and not this frequently.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace, I mean, you look at his wreck, he didn't really hit that hard. But he came in, he was saying, he's like, it should not hurt this bad, backing into someone or backing into the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And it does. And Denny Hamlin made comments after the race, like, he was like that. I haven't hit that hard in this car yet, and, I just did, and they weren't lying. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it needs to be addressed. They need to do something about it over the off season. I think at the very latest, figure out how to soften up, make these cars give. That's the thing. They don't give. They're durable as hell, which is great, but they got to find a happy medium there.
Well, and also I think I've mentioned this before. It's like we have this durable car, and a lot of times you get damage on it, or you hit the wall or whatever. It's damaged. It's not nearly as damaged as it used to be in the previous generation car, but the part's still junk. More than likely, with the way the ruling is on how much you can actually fix something, what you can use to fix something, more than likely the part that you have to clip it, it's junk. So it seems like we've just made it tougher with no real benefit.
I mean, the benefit is you could keep going after a wreck.
Sure. Is that worth hurting drivers though?
I mean, no, it's not. But that's why it's the way it is. But yeah, I mean, it needs to be fixed because I mean, we can't have guys, banging off each other, just backing into each other in a wreck at Daytona.
Yeah, I mean,
be the cause of them missing however many weeks. I mean, Kurt's been out for how many weeks now? He's taken several hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
knock on wood that nobody, actually really got hurt in this, but it's incredible that it's only been the one so far.
Yeah. Yeah.